Juan Rico Cavilla. Welcome to this episode of Fearless Aging, where in every episode, my guests and I, we strive to offer you proven tips and strategies that you can implement immediately to greatly improve your overall health and well-being. So we're here to inspire you and empower you to become your best self so you can go out and make a bigger positive difference in the world. So the title of today's episode is Conscious Uncoupling. And this is such an important topic, and we have a great guest. Her name is Elle Ebizadeh.
Ebizadeh. Yes.
Ebizadeh, all right. And she specializes in helping singles who have been unsuccessful in past relationship attract their soulmate. Her approach guides clients to break free from repeated unhealthy patterns so they can manifest a loving, healthy, compatible partnership. And drawing from her expertise in calling in the one, conscious uncoupling, and laser coaching, Elle focuses on releasing limiting beliefs and emotional blocks through radical self acceptance work and intuitive wisdom. So, Elle, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Rico, for inviting me. I'm excited to have this conversation about conscious uncoupling and see if I
Yeah,
can help anybody in that space.
yeah. I just want to add that this is such an important topic, and it really applies to wellness because it's about building and hopefully saving our just improving relationships, and having a good relationship with yourself and with others is a big part of wellness. It's a foundation because if you don't have good relationships with yourself first of all and with other people, then you're probably not going to take very good care of your health, and you're not going to age very well, and you're not going to be very successful in your financial life as well. So this is a foundational uh, thing that we all need to work on our relationship. So I think this is going to be really good. So, and I want to tell our audience, be sure and stay tuned to the end because our guest Elle, she has some really great uh, gifts for you that'll really make a big difference. Valuable gifts that make a big difference, and then you'll also find out how you can contact her. So
Thank you.
uh, let's begin. Let's begin, Elle, by well, just how about let's define what conscious uncoupling means.
First of all, Rico, you're right. It's the foundation of a relationship with others, is the foundation of relationship that we have with ourselves. So, conscious uncoupling is basically understanding uh, where you are in that space of if there is a if you don't want to be with your partner anymore or there's something that happened that you're uncoupling, if it's a divorce or if it's just a separation or you're done with that person for some reason or not, what is the overall feeling that comes up? What is the turning point? So I have seen many times people come to me feeling like they have hit rock bottom, but they leave realizing that it's a new, they're in a new starting point. Basically, they understand that they have not failed, just starting on a journey that make you even more capable of love.
Let me ask
So
you. Let me ask you. Why do you think so many people? I mean, I think this. I read some statistic where over 50% of marriages end up in divorce, and so why do you think we have such uh, relationship problems?
because it's unfortunately people, they know what they don't want, but they don't know what they want. So they don't understand or they haven't explored to see what their value is personally, and they don't know what they want in a relationship. So the foundation is not solid. So I do work with my clients and we explore to see exactly what they're looking for. If you're looking for a relationship that the person is honest, let's look at you and see if you're honest with yourself and you're honest person with others. Because it's harder to look at ourselves, but in this route, in this journey, we really go deep and figure out what exactly. you're looking for in a relationship.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's all about clarity. But everything in our life is about clarity, isn't it? Yeah, yeah,
yes.
absolutely. We'll talk about what's some of the biggest misconceptions about finding love after divorce, and how do you help clients understand and overcome that misconception?
The biggest myth is that they think that we're damaged goods, that they couldn't be. It's not further from truth. It's just we work on transforming those limiting beliefs into the empowering truths. Because they would, a lot of people come to me and say, you know what, nah, my relationship never works, nobody loves me. There's all those limiting
Oh, you froze up on us here.
conscious
Oh, there
from
you
those,
are. Okay.
yeah, interactions from the past.
Yeah. Well, I know. Again, it's just so important to understand that it's whatever everything's a learning experience, right? It's not failure. It's just you learn and you grow. And so actually, if you got, had a relationship and had your divorce, well, you're actually, I think, you should be in better shape for the next time because you learned a lot, right?
Yes, exactly. It's a self discovery. So through conscious uncoupling, we go through understanding who you are, and knowing exactly what you want in a relationship, what is your value for yourself and the relationship at, that you're manifesting. So to go to have a next one would be a potential of a love and happiness, a healthy, loving relationship. To have that, let's see what we have to look at, what we have to really explore in self discovery of who we are. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is quite different than mainstream a therapy because so talk a little bit about how your process conscious uncoupling how does that differ from traditional
Yeah,
therapy.
traditional, yeah, the difference is the traditional therapy focuses on past wounds, but conscious coupling helps you move forward. And so we use intuitive wisdom and tools that quickly releases those emotional blocks. And the healing part is easier and faster because we actually, it's about rewiring your heart and mind of the future love. So it's different than therapy. So we look at today and we look at what's gonna the future. But therapy looks at the past and today. So it's a bit of a different way of looking at it. And there is no blame or shame or anything that has happened in that relationship. We look at it as a learning point.
Yeah, I think that sounds so good. But still, I mean, in one way though, you still have to look at the past in regard of discovering what your limiting beliefs are. So talk a little bit about that. What some of the techniques you use for actually discovering those limiting beliefs that people have.
Yes. So we look at the patterns in relationships. And if you're the one that you never talk about your needs, and people that are in your life, even your ex or your partner or in any other kind of relationship, you're the one who does, you feel that you're doing everything and the other person doesn't do anything. That means that you have really didn't put any boundaries. There's no, you didn't put, you didn't understand what you want from that relationship. So we work on that. I give you an example of myself in my past relationship with my ex. Love, for him to love me is to, whatever he says I'll do, and I would just give and give and give. But then one day you get depleted. I did, and I looked at it and said, what is happening here? So we look at all the actions and what you have been doing, probably because of those past experiences. So we do go back to the younger self and we clear all those limiting beliefs step by step to get to today and the future.
And so, what is the process? Because I know this is so important, and it's the same thing. When I work with people in health and fitness, and they have these limiting beliefs about what's possible in their life too. So, I know that's a big thing. Can you talk a little bit more about uh, what's some of the ways that people can actually learn to let go of those past limiting beliefs?
So the process is 5 to 6 sessions, sometimes a little bit more than that. But we look at the past experience. We look at what has happened in this relationship, and we look at how we're gonna basically is understanding your emotions and in the past, today, and what you want to build for yourself in the future. So a lot of people don't even want to feel those feelings of anger or resentment. So I help them look at that, feel those feelings, and also overcome those feelings by knowing that they didn't know what didn't they didn't know in the past, but today that they know these emotions are okay to hold on to feel those emotions and look at it and feel it and see what would be the next step for them. Part of it is also forgiveness. What are you gonna forgive about your own behavior? What is you're gonna forgive about your partner? So we go through exercises of how to do that together. The key is the book Conscious Uncoupling. So I have my clients read the book or listen to the book, and then I do give them exercises prior to our sessions. And when we come together on in our session, we process everything together. Whatever has come out, those emotions from the past, and when they do the exercise, what has come up for them? What did they understand today? Where they are, who they are, and what is the value of today as a person of who they are today.
Yeah, I can see that so good. I can see the value in that. I think it's so true. I mean, we are emotional beings and we're feeling beings, and that's fine. But somehow we have to realize that our emotions. Uh, it's good to have emotions and express our emotions, but not to get stuck with them and think that whatever emotion you're having that that it's holding you back, and you just get stuck with that emotion. So it's really about going ahead and experience the emotion, but then let it go so you can move forward. When you say that's right, yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. I think my
Oh,
internet went something went wrong. I didn't hear you the last part.
oh.
Did you ask me a
Well, I was
question?
just saying. I mean, it's okay to have emotions. We are emotional and feeling beings, but we can't get stuck with these emotions and let it hold us back from moving forward in the future.
Yeah, I tell my clients, let's befriend your emotions today. Let's see what's going on. I mean, there is a exercise that I do with them, and it's amazing. After that exercise, they feel open, they feel heard and seen emotionally, and because they really look, feel the feelings and they feel heard because of that exercise, because of that interaction. One other thing that I can actually, as a tool, is because we don't know what our needs are. Sometimes we don't kind of ignore ourselves. So I invite people to put alarms on their phone, like 2 or 3 alarm a day, as many as you want. And when it goes off, ask yourself, what are you feeling? And if it's happy, anger, or whatever its feeling is, just sit with it for a few minutes. And then ask yourself, what do you need? It can be as easy that I need a hug, or I need to go walk around to get a glass of water. Anything that is, so the need is important, and how when you give that need to yourself and you know what it is, and you give that need to yourself, then the energy goes out there and people around you see that you have that. Then that goes to the self love. That's another thing that we work with our client. That let's see where you are in that self love, and it's not about just taking bubble baths. It's about I mean, that can be included in that, but
Yeah, that can be
it's
helpful,
just
but yeah.
yes. But it's just how are you actually fulfilling your own needs during the day?
Yeah, that's so
Mm.
important.
Yeah.
I just want to add with feelings too. When you feel like you're stuck and having some feeling that's not feeling good, uh, well, you have the power to shift that feeling. You can shift that feeling and just begin to focus on something that is good in your life or something that you want instead of focusing on what you feel lack of. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, journaling every morning or every night of being thankful of your health or well-being or whatever it is, that even if it's small, that you can write and say that, okay, I'm really thankful that wake up this morning and I have a smile on my face. It can be as small as that, or and which is actually, it's not that small, but understanding and giving yourself that time of reflecting of your life and being grateful.
Yeah, always about being grateful. Well, how about can you share one of your success stories of how your conscious uncoupling program, how it's transformed a client's divorce journey?
So yeah, a client came to me like feeling broken after her divorce, but throughout our work together, she found patterns that had sabotaged her relationship. So she accepted that. She her confidence grew, and within a year later, she not only healed but attracted a partner that was in the same wavelength as she is. So she told me that my divorce led me to my soulmate and to myself. So that was a great outcome for that one of my clients.
And you work with both men and women, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I mean, both men and women are experiencing the same thing, same feelings, right? The same
Yes, yeah.
stress trying to get to work through all this. Yeah, and also, don't you help people? That sometimes people, I mean, they haven't got a divorce yet, and maybe you could do you actually be able to help them to understand each other better and get back together?
Yes, yes. I have worked with people who are thinking that of uncoupling, but they're not sure. So I do work with them to figure out exactly what they're looking for, to be actually communicate effectively, lovingly, and see where they want to go, if they want to stay together or not. So the decision is on their own, but understanding where they are, I help them to get to that point. Yes.
Yeah, well, that's so good. Okay, we're going to take a short 60-minute break. I have an important message for you, and when we come back, uh, Elle's going to give you some practical tips that you can implement right now to get yourself going on a better track, and then we'll talk about how you can contact Elle. So we'll be back in just 60 seconds. Hello, I'm Rico Cavella, creator of the Ageless Living Lifestyle. If you are concerned about premature aging and you want to avoid disease and old age, and you want to live a more healthy, energetic, and vital long life, I have proven solutions for you. So, number one, go to agelessliving.lifestyle.com and take our aging quiz to see how well you are doing. And number two, book your free coaching session with me to discuss your wellness challenges, and I promise to get you going on the right track. You can transform your health and your life, and I can help. Okay, we are back and we are talking about conscious uncoupling with Elle Ebizadeh. She's a conscious uncoupling and relationships coach with lots of experience. And I want to just say I vouch for her because she's also a friend and associate of mine, and we've done some workshops together. So I know her work is really the right stuff, and it's really going to make a difference in your life. So,
Thank you.
Elle, tell us. Give us a few some practical tips right now if people are just if are feeling that stress of even wondering if they need to get a divorce or if they've already got divorced even before they start working with you. What can they do to immediately begin to make themselves feel better and get on the right track?
Yes. So it's everybody's different. So I do recommend journaling. Maybe you can start with writing down your feelings and then eventually put your right hand on your heart and ask yourself, what do you feel right now? And if it's I'm angry, I can see that you're angry. A couple of times of that, and then ask what you need. And I need a hug. I need to go for a walk. I need to go get a glass of water. It can be as easy as that. So when you practice those, and also the alarm that we talked about on your phone, then it eventually it becomes in a way that it becomes so uh, normal for you to really know what you're feeling and what your needs are at that moment. So this is the first key, and that's what I do with my clients. And then the other thing would be, what is the intention? Write down your intention of this relationship. How do you, if you're thinking about uncoupling, or if you're thinking about getting to the next level, where do you want to go? What is your intention in this relationship? What is the intention for you to understand who you are, what your needs are, looking to see what your value is? So it's a lot of internal work, and I really suggest that to either read a book and have a coach so you can process everything to get to the place of understanding where you want to go.
Very good. Okay, we just got a couple minutes left. So let's tell people how they can contact you and how they can get your free gifts, and then just tell them a little bit more about your coaching program.
Okay. My website is heart number two heartcoaching.org. I have a complimentary ebook that is on the website. It's called Pathway to Heartful Connections. It talks about how to really begin to know yourself and understand what kind of relationship you're looking for. I have other ebooks as well, so if you will email me, I can send you. I have one that talks about loneliness for men after divorce, because that's I really heard that from my clients, and I put that ebook together for people who are, especially men, after divorce. So I'd be happy to send that to you as well.
And do you offer like a free consultation? Can people just
Oh,
contact
yes.
you and learn more, so they can find out a little bit more about your program, how it can help them? And okay, and just this last,
Yeah, I have a 30-minute complimentary Zoom
oh,
call
great.
that I offer. Yes. And they can book it on my website and be happy to go through the process together.
And in just the last maybe 30 seconds we have left here, uh, tell tell our audience about what's the transformation that you have seen that you offer to your clients.
I can tell you, I had a client that we had 7 sessions together. The first six, she was very emotional for the first 45 minutes. But throughout our work together, the last, this fifth or sixth session, she was a different person. She understood her what went wrong in that relationship, and what she worked on herself in a way that she looked totally different when she came on the fifth session with me.
That's
So
so good.
it's a
That's so
process.
good. Yeah, we're just about out of time, Elle. Thanks so much. That was a great interview, and
Thank you.
I really recommend you people get a hold of you. I know you can really make a difference in their life. So that's it for today's episode. If you like today's episode, uh, tell your friends about the Fearless Aging podcast. And you can go to agelesslivinglifestyle.com and click on our TV podcast link, and you can subscribe to our channel, and you'll get a free, valuable gift there as well. Thanks very much for being here.
Thank you, Rick.